welcome to today's episode on the Fashion Fables podcast. Today, I am welcoming Shannon, fashion and lifestyle blogger. Shannon, thanks for coming out today.
Thank you so much for having me on, Olivia.
So, if you could begin by telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, definitely. So my name is Shannon. I'm 24 years old. I live in Canada. I work full-time in the beauty industry, and I'm currently in school for social media marketing. So my fashion and blog kind of thing, I just do on the side for fun.
Oh, love it. I love how that's like a passion of yours and you kind of just do it on the side. I feel like it can be very like stressful sometimes, like your days doing like school and like work and stuff like that. And then just having a platform where you feel like you can just be yourself and kind of post what you want is almost like liberating. And I agree with my podcast. I kind of feel that way too.
I love that. How did you start getting into doing your podcast?
I started back in November. It was kind of just a spur of the moment thing, and I was like, I've always loved public speaking and like talking in front of an audience, and I love fashion and lifestyle. So I'm like, what better way to like, I don't know, just
Merge them together.
yeah. So that's when I started my podcast, and it's been so much fun. And so yeah, that's kind of a little bit about it.
Oh, good for you. I think that's so awesome.
Thank you. So, what inspired you to create your blog, and what is the most important thing you hope to get out of it?
So for me, I started it just on my own personal account. So it was never really meant to become a blog. But my friend and I, we just started going out and finding cute spots to take photos. And it just became such a passion of ours, like going out with your girlfriend, just having a good time, taking photos of one another. So that's how I kind of got started with it. And I think what I want to get out of it is just letting out my creative side. As you said, like you can relate to it as well. Just having something where you can merge any of your passions together is so awesome, I think. And just getting to show your creativity, especially through photos, is a huge passion of mine. So
Yes, I love that. So, how was your account shaped you into a better person, and what kind of outlet has it been for you?
yeah, so I think my account has definitely kind of changed me as a person. I used to be so shy and guarded, and having my account has definitely like pushed me out of my comfort zone a little bit. So I think it's definitely made me be a more confident person.
hmm Yeah, I agree. I think it kind of forces you to more so interact with people you probably would have never thought you interacted with, and even for me, just like reaching out to guests via DM is just like you feel kind of brave because it's like there's always that chance that they won't answer, but it's like you still do it anyway. Um, and so I found that I've been able to kind of get more out of my comfort zone, like you were saying, and just kind of I don't know, see a new side of myself and what I can achieve. Sometimes you start something not realizing what it can lead to. And so I think that probably for you too, you've kind of realized things about yourself that you never even knew you were capable of achieving before.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
So, what is your go-to fashion style and how do you incorporate this into your everyday wardrobe?
I think my go-to fashion style will probably be like cottage core. If you see my Instagram, you see I'm very much into like florals and just pretty kind of clothes. So incorporating it into my daily routine would be kind of different because at work I'm wearing all black. So it's definitely like different from what I would choose to wear on the daily. But I think accessorizing is kind of how I show it at work. So always styling with like a cute butterfly clip or like my gold jewelry. So
Okay. Yeah, I like this question because I definitely feel like fashion is super subjective to the person. And so like everyone has a different style, and so I think it's really cool to kind of like hear what everyone else likes to wear because it can kind of inspire others to I don't know venture out and try new things. So I love that, and I also love cottagecore because I just think that there's so many ways to kind of style it, and there's always kind of new trends coming out with it, and so you can kind of play with it and mix and match it to make it more you.
totally.
So if you could wear the perfect fall outfit, what might this look like to you?
Perfect fall outfit. Well, I love fall. That's like honestly my favorite time for fashion. I love the layering. So layering for one is huge. So I love any like knits that you can layer with, like fall vest. Those are huge right now.
Mhm.
A shacket, all those kind of things. Cute little like booties. So huge into fall fashion. I love it.
Okay, yeah. I love jackets. Some people like don't like them, but I personally think that they're so comfy, and they're so cute. And I'm not really like the biggest flannel girl, but I do like flannel jackets for some reason. I don't know, it's really
Me
weird.
too. No, I'm
But
totally the same. It can't be colorful, but like a neutral one is just like perfect.
yeah, I agree. Like I have like a gray and white one, and I always wear it because I just think it's like perfect. But yeah, I love fall too, and I think that there's so many ways. Some people like high boots, some people don't, and so it's just interesting kind of hear from you. So would you say that like fall is your favorite season to kind of dress up too, or is it just like your favorite season in general?
Probably is my favorite season in general and just for fashion too. I love that you can just kind of be more creative in the fall time, I think, especially through layering, because it can completely change your outfit. Like a jacket can make the outfit, it can be the whole outfit on its own. So that's what I love about fall.
I agree. So what are some tips for dressing your best for the fall season? Maybe someone kind of wants advice or anything as we head into more cooler weather. So is there anything you can share about that?
Yeah, so we kind of touched on that. I think definitely bringing it back to the shacket, invest in a good one. I got mine from Aritzia and I totally love it. It's more of a blue kind of color, but I think it's so pretty and kind of adds that more fun color into the fall. And investing in a good pair of boots for sure. Like you were saying, some people like the higher boots or like little tiny booties. Personally, I love Doc Martens. I have like the platform ones, and I think they're so perfect for fall.
Oh, that's interesting. I have been like looking at Doc Martens, but like I haven't bought them yet because I'm not sure if I'm just gonna like get on like the mannequin and like buy it and like never wear it. But yeah, I almost think like it's almost hard to answer this question because it is so up to the person. Like you might say something, but someone might be like, "Well, I don't really like the way it looks on me." So I think it's all about kind of getting inspiration, and that can be from anywhere. Like I personally love going on Pinterest for inspiration, only because I feel like there's just endless scrolling you can do and just keep finding, I don't know, unique things. But yeah, I just think it's about finding what you look best in, and you don't have to follow the trends at all. Kind of just more so sticking to yourself.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think Pinterest is such a great outlet to kind of find your own fashion too. You
Mhm.
can just keep scrolling on there and it kind of caters to you, which I love about Pinterest. Like they really do a good job at like targeting you and what you like.
I agree. So, what advice might you share for anyone seeking to find their fashion style and identity through what they wear?
I would say find people who you feel inspired by. So whether that be like a Instagram blog or Pinterest for sure is a good way to kind of find your own fashion sense. And you can save it and take little details from it from what you like. But being comfortable is also key. I think you don't want to be wearing something that you don't feel yourself in. So you want to be feeling good. And that way you can be your most confident self. And that's the most beautiful thing you can be.
Yes, for sure. I think that like you hit it so perfectly because I don't know, someone can tell you a million times what to wear, but like at the end of the day, you're just gonna listen to like your intuition, what you see your like because you're looking at yourself in the mirror, right? And like you kind of have this perception of yourself that other people might not. And so I just think it's always best to go like off of based on like what you like because like nobody can kind of know better than you. And so I think that goes for any season, no matter what the season is. Like I think dressing your best means dressing for what you like and how you look best. And that's most important because everyone's a different shape, a different size, and so there's no point in kind of telling people what to wear. Almost just like people should find inspiration, but kind of just find their own fashion style through whatever that may be.
Absolutely.
And so finally, what are some ways to stay in touch with you and just kind of keep in contact?
Yeah, so my Instagram is just at Shan Calvert. And then Pinterest, we were talking about. I actually just completely renewed my Pinterest. So I started fresh. I feel like everyone's had Pinterest for like years, but
Yeah.
Pinterest is such a great outlet for fashion. That's where everyone goes for their inspiration, I think. And so, yeah, I just started my Pinterest back up. That's also the same. It's just at Shan Calvert. But yeah, I love Pinterest and it has great reach on there. Like my Instagram, I've been at that for years. I just started my Pinterest fresh and new a few months ago, and the engagement on there is actually insane. So if
Oh,
you're
wow.
not on Pinterest, get on it.
Good for you. So would you say that Pinterest is more your favorite to post on or Instagram or kind of just a combination of both? Like, where do you feel that you can be yourself most authentically without kind of worrying about what other people are kind of saying about your content or kind of just like getting rid of those external cues that might be preventing you from posting like something that you actually want to post?
Yeah, I definitely like a mix of both because I love on my Instagram. I love the feed, like I like the aesthetic kind of look. Whereas on Pinterest, it's not so much about being aesthetic. So I feel like I'm more free with what I post on there. You know, like I don't really care how it's gonna look on the grid. I'm like, whatever, I'll just post this. So I think I post different kind of content on there for sure, but I love a mixture of both Pinterest and Instagram. They're both great platforms.
Awesome. Well, that's so good to know. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was so nice getting to chat with you.